Now we will have the reading of the law. Start in Exodus, the 20th chapter, verses 1 through 17. Okay.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
And let's go into Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Read verses 13 and 14. Go ahead.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Let's go into Revelation chapter 22. Read verses 14 and 15.
Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
I want to thank God for the reading of the law. As always, it is good to stand before you on the Lord's Sabbath day. You know, sisters and brothers, most lessons that the Lord calls me to put together, I won't say most, I say a lot of them, is because people teach things wrong and they need to be corrected. Now, we had it, you know, for years. Israelites been saying it, then the Muslims been saying it. It went away for a minute, but now it's come back. So by request, I'm doing these lessons. Now, I don't want you to have no requests. I ain't going to do it no more. All right? And this lesson is the 400 years of captivity. Is it now or in the past? Is it now or in the past? We have brothers running around, Muslims and Israelites running around talking about the 400 years of captivity that the Lord told Abraham that his seed was going to be in, is in America here. But I'm here to show you that that is not the case. We're going to show you that that 400 years was talking about in Egypt. But people go and look at the numbers and look at where, you know, they was down in Egypt for 400 years, but they didn't start being evil treated, but 300 and something. Look, sisters and brothers, the Lord gave us enough to know that this was talking about the captivity in Egypt. These are the first people that have ever enslaved or captive Israel. And we're going to have a real good look at it because it said that the fourth generation that they're going to come back. And people run around and say that's from the fourth generation, from the first people that went into captivity. No, it's talking about from Abraham's sister and brothers. And we're going to start this in Genesis, the 15th chapter. Genesis chapter 15, sisters and brothers, because it's obvious somebody didn't read this Bible. And the big problem we have is that we read the Bible and we can't deal with it when it says something real plain. We think that there have to be a slant on it. There have to be a spiritual part that we ain't seeing. There have to be something that you can only see if you read between the lines. I found out a long time ago that nothing is written between the lines because there's space. So how you going to read between the lines and there ain't nothing written there? So we're going to read on the line. Genesis 15, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. Okay, read it.
After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward.
Go ahead.
And Abram said, Lord God, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eleazar of Damascus?
He won't know what you're going to give me. You haven't given me no seed. But go ahead and read.
And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir.
Go ahead.
And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir.
And this guy's close to 100 years old at this time, and God telling him that he's going to have a son. That took some real believing, didn't it? Go ahead and read.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
Go ahead.
And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness.
Then he believed in the Lord, and the Lord counted to him for righteousness. That's why if the Lord said, then there ain't nothing for you to question. That the Lord is God. If he says something, that's what's going to happen. If you don't believe it, then you have a problem with righteousness. Go ahead and read.
And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees.
Go ahead.
To give thee this land to inherit it.
Go ahead.
And he said, Lord God, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it?
Now he said, whereby shall I know that I will inherit it? Skip down to verse 13 and go ahead.
And he said unto Abram, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
In many lands.
In a land.
In a land that is not theirs. Go ahead and read.
And shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years.
Now that's where the conflict come in. They shall afflict them 400 years. We're going to show you that Israel was down in Egypt for 430 years. And I think that the word afflict, not saying that they're going to be afflicted all the days of the 400 years. They're going to be afflicted, and we're going to show you. But they're going to be down there for 400 years. In fact, we're going to show you that they're down there for 430 years. But go ahead and read what verse?
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
And also that nation whom they shall serve.
And also those nations.
That nation.
See, we have to keep that in mind. We're talking about one nation that they shall serve. Go ahead and read.
Will I judge. And afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
And when they come out, they're going to come out rich with great substance. We're going to show you this, sister and brother. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age.
Go ahead.
But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
Now we have two things we have to pay attention to here. First thing is, he said, in the fourth generation they should come. Generation accounted a whole lot of different ways, sisters and brothers. Like when Jesus died, it says, who shall declare his generation? That's telling me when he died, a generation died.
Yeah.
But then he had John the Baptist was older than him. So it wasn't counting John the Baptist. But the whole thing I'm saying is, sisters and brothers, it says in the fourth generation. That's not synonymous with 400 years. All it's saying is what generation they are coming back to the land of Israel in. Go and what was that, 16?
That was the end of 16.
Skip down and read verse 18. Go ahead.
And the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
And they're going to get it in the fourth generation, sisters and brothers. Now, let's look at the let's look at the start and freeing of Israel. Let's go into Exodus, the 12th chapter. Nobody had enslaved Israel because Israel wasn't a nation. It was just Jacob and his children. But down in Egypt, they became a nation. Exodus, the 12th chapter, we're going to start reading at verse 1. Exodus 12 and 1. Because the Lord had been sending Moses down there, I want you to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. And Pharaoh would say, okay. Then the Lord would harden his heart. And he would say, no, I ain't going to do it. So this is the last time they're going to let Israel go after this. 12 and 1, go ahead and read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Go ahead.
It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, and the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house.
So the Lord set the month, which is Abib. That's the first month to us. That's why ours don't coincide with January. But he said, I want you to take a lamb, every house, according to their eating habits, and put this lamb up. Skip down to verse 5 and go ahead.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year.
Go ahead.
You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
Go ahead.
And you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month.
Go ahead.
And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Now you're going to get this lamb. You're going to put it up on the 10th day of the month, and you're going to kill it on the 14th day of the month. At even, that's when the sun goes down. That's when the day starts, when it's dark, sisters and brothers. Go ahead and read.
And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it.
Go ahead.
And they shall eat the flesh in the night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
Now they're going to get this lamb that they killed. They're going to put the blood over the doorpost. Because the Lord is going to come through there and he's going to look at this. Skip down to verse 12 and let's see why that blood is so important. Verse 12, go ahead.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night.
Go ahead.
And will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
Both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
So I'm going to come through and I'm going to smite the firstborn of everybody in Egypt and every beast, everything. But go ahead and read.
And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are.
That's the token of your faith, sisters and brothers. If you believe Moses, you put the blood up. If you didn't believe Moses, you didn't put the blood up. And if you didn't, the firstborn in your house is going to die. Go ahead and read.
And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
When I see the Israelite.
When I see the blood.
When I see the righteous.
When I see the blood.
When I see the unrighteous.
When I see the blood.
It is the blood that counts, sisters and brothers. Because when it comes down to righteousness and unrighteousness, if you live to be more than 20 years old, you done committed some kind of sin at some time. That means that we all need the blood of this lamb, which pointing toward the blood of Jesus. That's why I couldn't understand why nobody understood who Jesus was, especially among my Hebrew brothers, being that we are the original Christians. When I see the blood,
I will pass over you.
Go ahead.
And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
So when I smite the land of Egypt, look like all this is taking place in Egypt, ain't it?
Yep.
And I'm going to pass over you when I smite the land of Egypt. Now skip down to verse 29. Verse 29. And go ahead.
And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon,
Go ahead.
and all the firstborn of cattle.
And the Lord didn't spare nobody, even Pharaoh. If you had whoever your firstborn was, he was killed on that night. Go ahead and read.
And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Boy, that's a scary thing, isn't it? Every house in Egypt, except for the ones that had the blood over it, somebody was dead. Go ahead and read.
And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
And go, serve the Lord as ye have said.
Go ahead.
Also take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also.
Now, he see that this God of Israel was God. What verse?
We had 33.
Go ahead and read.
And the Egyptians were urging upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men.
Now, I mean, everybody was scared. And let's see what happened here. Go ahead and read.
And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs, being bound up in their cloths upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses. And they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave
Now
them...
look, when they got ready to leave, Moses had told them, go ahead and spoil the Egyptians, because the Lord told Abraham he was going to spoil the Egyptians. So what did they do? They borrowed of the Egyptian jewels of silver and gold and jewels of gold and raiment. I mean, they left out of there. They was rich when they left their sister and brother. God made the Egyptians pay them for all the free labor that they had. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians.
Go ahead.
So that they lent unto them such things as they required.
Go ahead.
And they spoiled the Egyptians.
So they had spoiled the Egyptians. Didn't the Lord tell Abraham when they come out, they're going to come out with great substance? So Israel was loaded when they come out of Egypt. Maybe they should have left the gold, then they wouldn't have had nothing to make that golden calf with to get them in trouble. Yeah. But still in all, Israel was in good shape. Fine clothes, jewels, gold, silver, because they spoiled the Egyptians. But the Lord said to Abraham, your seed going to come out, and they're going to have what?
Great substance.
Great substance. That's pretty great. What verse?
We just finished 36.
Skip down to verse 40 and continue.
Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the host of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt.
Now, so they was down there for 430 years. 430 years. Because it's written they're going to be afflicted for 400 years. They said this can't be the time. But look, sisters and brothers, one word could be put before another. You understand? Because we're going to show you it's other thing that you have to take in account before you can bring this captivity to America for 400 years. Let's see what God told Abraham. And we're going to kind of walk this down a little bit. Because we want to see if it was talking about the slavery in our captivity and slavery here in America or in Egypt. Because that's what they're talking about. It's talking about America. But we're going to see what all the Lord said. And we're going to break it down a couple of times, verse by verse. Now let's go back to Genesis the 15th chapter. Back to Genesis the 15th chapter. And we're going to look at it. I thought this was gone away. But just like every bad doctrine, it always pops up. And whenever it shows its head, you have to cut it off. Genesis 15, and we're going to read one verse. Verse 13, 15 and 13. Okay, go ahead and read.
And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
He keeps saying a land, didn't he? One land that is not theirs. Go ahead and read.
And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
And this is the catch. They have afflicted them 400 years. So they said, that can't be talking about Israel. We're going to show you that You haven't been afflicted 400 years here in America. So this is talking about the whole 12 tribes together. It's not talking about a piece of the tribe, or three tribes. This is talking about the whole nation of Israel, sisters and brothers. The whole nation of Israel. Now let's go in the 105th chapter Psalm and pursue it. Psalm 105. That's why we're in captivity right now. We lie so much. You know, and teach the word of God. Even though God had warned us, we didn't believe it. And everything that God said he was going to do to us, he did it. Psalm 105, and we're going to start at verse 23. Psalm chapter 105 and verse 23. Okay, go ahead.
Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham.
Now that lets you know that the Egyptians are Hamites, sisters and brothers. All the Ham seed are black. But we didn't know that because every time we saw a move or anything with Egypt, they was all white, wasn't they? But right now, so Egypt sojourned in the land of Ham. Go ahead and read.
And he increased his people greatly and made them stronger than their enemies.
Go ahead.
He turned their heart to hate his people, to deal subtly with his servants.
So he turned them to hate Israel, and they deal subtly with his servants. So they hated us. Go ahead and read.
He sent Moses his servant and Aaron whom he had chosen.
Go ahead.
They showed his signs among them and wonders in the land of Ham.
So to let you know, this is strictly the land of Ham. Moses and Aaron went out there with the sticks and showed all of them signs. Skip down to verse 36. Verse 36. And go ahead.
He smote also all the firstborn in their land, the chief of all their strength.
Go ahead.
He brought them forth also.
And we saw that, didn't we?
That's right.
It wasn't a house, but one day. Mm-hmm. And he did what?
He brought them forth also with silver and gold. And there was not one feeble person among their tribes.
So when they came out, they was rich. They had silver and gold. They spoiled the Egyptians. Just like the Lord told Abraham. They're going to come out with great substance. And that's one thing I know. If we get to the wilderness, you ain't going to have no sick people there. You sick, you got an ailment, limp to the wilderness. The Lord's going to fix you there. Read that verse again.
Egypt was glad when they departed. He brought them forth also with silver and gold, and there was not one feeble person among their tribes.
Boy, that's something, isn't it? Not one feeble person among them. Out of the whole nation. I can't even imagine that. That means ain't nobody sick. Go ahead and read.
Egypt was glad when they departed, for the fear of them fell upon them.
I guess you would be afraid of God and Israel's God if you woke up and every house was full of a dead body, had a dead body. Skip down to verse 42. Verse 42 and go ahead.
For he remembered his holy promise and Abraham his servant.
See, he remembered his holy promise, the promise he made to Abraham. What did he promise Abraham? That his sheep was going to sheep will go into captivity, and they were going to be there for 400 years, and after that time, he is going to bring them back to their land. That was the promise. Your seed's going to go into captivity, but I'm going to bring them back to the land of Israel. It wasn't the land of Israel at that time, it was the land of Canaan and the Amorites, but God said, I'm going to give that land to you. That was the promise that he made to Abraham. No other promise at this time. What verse?
43.
Go ahead.
And he brought forth his people with joy, and his chosen with gladness.
Go ahead.
And he gave them the lands of the heathen, and they inherited the labor of the people.
That is what he promised them. When he said inherit the labor of the people, when they went in there, they had crops that was already planted. You didn't have to plant nothing. Houses built, All you had to do was go in there, like Israel, like the Lord said, and possess it, because the Lord had them kill up everybody. So, and Moses and Nehemiah told you about the same time again of the affliction. Both say the affliction was in Egypt, sisters and brothers. First, we're going to go and read what Moses said. Let's go into Deuteronomy, the 26th chapter. Deuteronomy chapter 26. Because we're going to pay attention to every little thing that is said. That's the problem. We don't pay attention. We read something and it's just like when Jesus promised that thief he was going to be with him in paradise. They did the punctuation and make it look like Jesus said, today you're going to be with me in paradise. When he was really saying, I'm promising you today you're going to be with me in paradise. But if you see some things that have a little smoke around it, do other scriptures and it will clear it up. And that's what we're doing right now, sisters and brothers. The 400 years was there. However long the affliction was, and when did it start, we really don't know. They're talking about when it was chattel slavery. But the Egyptians never lacked Israel. Don't you know that even Joseph, that saved Egypt, when they sat down to eat with him and his brothers after they came up, don't you know that the Egyptians set apart? Because the book said it was an abomination for an Egyptian to eat with an Israelite. So if it was an abomination for you to eat with me, then what else did you do to me?
Right.
Think about it. And Joseph was the head, saved them. He actually was the ruler of Egypt under Pharaoh. But still, the Egyptians wouldn't eat with him because it was an abomination. He was a Hebrew Israelite. So I don't care what you did, you are what you are. And that's something you might lay to mind too. Deuteronomy, the 26th chapter, and verse 1. Read it.
And it shall be, when thou art come in unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and possess it, and dwellest therein.
Now it's going to come when he do that. What's going to happen? Skip down to verse 5. Verse 5 and continue.
And thou shalt speak and say before the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
A Syrian ready to perish was my father.
Now people say, see, Abraham was a Syrian. Yeah, and I'm an American. Big deal. Am I the same as the people that brought me over here? I am an American citizen. Start back at the top.
And thou shalt speak and say before the Lord thy God, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. And he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous.
So now, when he says Syrians, he said that's talking about his seed. Went down to Egypt, and they became a great nation in Egypt. Whole lot of people, because we can have some babies, sisters and brothers. But go ahead and read.
And the Egyptians evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage.
He said they evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage. Looked like you had a series of stuff there, didn't you?
Yep.
Egyptian. Name them by name. Go ahead and read.
And when we cried unto the Lord God of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice.
Go ahead.
And looked on our affliction and our labor and our oppression.
He heard our voice and looked upon our affliction and our labor and our oppression. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm.
Go ahead.
And with great terribleness and with signs and with wonders.
Go ahead.
And he had brought us into this place and hath given us this land, even a land that floweth with milk and honey.
Oh, so when they left Egypt, they went back to the land of Israel, didn't they? Did the Lord tell Abraham that was going to come? That they were going to come to them in the fourth generation?
Yep.
So when they got there, all of the tribes of Israel went there, sisters and brothers. All of the tribes. Now let's go into Nehemiah, the 9th chapter. Nehemiah chapter 9. See, the problem with us, we don't read nothing, but we got a big mouth. We're talking all the time. Sometimes I look at this Hebrew and I just shake my head. That's why don't nobody believe nothing you say, because you ain't got nothing to say. We love that old corner talk. Then when you come up off the corner, now you're going to come up to a rostrum, a pulpit, and you're going to talk the same thing that you've been chewing the fat with the brothers on the corner. Don't come like that with the word of God, sisters and brothers. Nehemiah 9, and we're going to start reading at verse 7. Nehemiah 9 and verse 7. Okay, go ahead.
Thou art the Lord, the God who didst choose Abram, and broughtest him forth out of Ur of the Chaldees, and gavest him the name of Abraham.
Let's change his name to Abraham, because he said you're going to be the father of many nations. Go ahead and read.
And founded his heart faithful before thee.
Go ahead.
And made us a covenant with him to give the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the Girgashites, to give it, I say, to his seed, and has performed thy words, for thou art righteous.
Now, so the Lord promised Abraham that he's going to give him the land to all these people. And he had performed it. They was in the land when this was written by Nehemiah. Go ahead and read.
And didst see the affliction of our fathers in Egypt.
And every time he talking about affliction is always with Egypt, ain't it? And did see the affliction of our father in Egypt. Go ahead.
And heardest their cry by the Red Sea.
And he heard their cry by the Red Sea. So everybody, when they start about how we were afflicted, they're always referring to Egypt. Now let's go back to Genesis the 15th chapter again, and we're going to read verses 14 and 15. You have so many scriptures on this, sisters and brothers. How can you not see that this was talking about us being down in Egypt and evil treated and afflicted? 15 and verse 14. 15 and verse 14. Okay, read it.
And also that nation.
And also that nation. It didn't say those, did it?
That nation.
Go ahead.
Whom they shall serve. Will I judge.
Go ahead.
And afterward shall they come out with great substance.
And we know that, don't we? Skip down to verse 16 and read it.
But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
Now the Lord put a wrinkle in it. But in the 4th generation, they're going to come here again. For the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. The Lord is saying that I'm going to give you the land of Canaan, and you're going to start out taking the land from the Amorites. But their time is not fulfilled yet. But what generation did he say it was going to be in?
The 4th generation.
In the 4th generation. So what we're going to do, sisters and brothers, we are going to return to the 4th generation. That's when we will return, sisters and brothers, to the 4th generation. So in the 4th generation. So let's go into Matthew, and we're going to look at some generation. See where Israel is going to be at that time. Let's go into Matthew, the 1st chapter. Matthew chapter 1.
Did you want that graphic?
Matthew, huh?
That graphic with the Bible.
Oh, we got a graphic up there?
Yeah.
Okay, put the graphic up. I jumped in and I forget. Okay, look what it says here. Genesis 15 and read verse 14.
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
He keeps saying it, don't he? Verse 15, 16, go ahead.
But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
So now, that means that the land, they're going to take the Amorites' land. But it ain't going to happen until the time of the fourth generation. Now, if that's the case, then Israel should be back in the land. You know why? Because we're going to read us some generations here. Now, let's go into Matthew, the first chapter. And we're going to start reading at verse 1. Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1. Matthew 1 and 1. But we're going to look at a few generations here. Go ahead and read.
The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judah and his brethren.
Skip now to verse 17 and go ahead.
So all the generations from Abraham to David.
All the generations from Abraham to David was what?
Are 14 generations.
Well, already we done jumped past 4,
That's
ain't it?
right.
But keep reading.
And from David unto the carrying away unto Babylon are 14 generations. And from the carrying away unto Babylon unto Christ are 14 generations.
Look, sisters and brothers, that is 42 generations. And you still in captivity. Oh, I'm free, brother boy. Okay, then drive your car without a license and see what happens when they catch you. Don't pay your property tax on your property that you don't owe a dime on and see if they won't take it from you. So now, but the Lord put that other thing in there. He said, but the Amorites, time is not fulfilled yet. So let's see why he mentioned the Amorites. Let's go into Numbers, the 21st chapter. Already, we done killed that thing. We're talking about 42 generations and you still in captivity.
That's right.
Well, you know, it's talking about from the start of American captivity. We're going to prove you wrong there too. But the whole thing is the Lord was talking about from Abraham.
Right.
I'm talking about the fourth generation from him because that's who he was talking to. So if it was somebody else, if it was some other time, he would have told him. And from the time that they went into slavery, then 4 generations later, then I'm going to bring them back here. He didn't say that, didn't he? So if you're talking to me, the Lord talking to me and tell me, saying the 4th generation, I'm going to do this, then I'm saying you talking to me and you ain't naming no time or nobody else. That means you talking 4 generations from me, which was Abraham. It's all that simple. Now, Numbers 21. And let's see what happened now. Now remember, in Numbers 21, remember now, Israel was led in the wilderness for 40 years after they come out of Egypt, which is 430. And you add another 40 years, what's that? 470 years. And let's see who it was that they took the land from first. Numbers chapter 21. And we're going to start reading at verse 10. Numbers chapter 21. And verse 10. Okay, read it.
And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in Oboth. And they journeyed from Oboth and pitched at IOGIsrael.
Go ahead.
In the wilderness which is before Moab, toward the sun rising. From thence they removed and pitched in the valley of Zered.
Go ahead.
From thence they removed and pitched on the other side of Arnon.
See, this is all the traveling in the wilderness out there and left Egypt, because they did it for 40 years. Go ahead and read.
Which is in the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites.
Go ahead.
For Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites.
Go ahead.
Skip down to 21.
What verse was that?
We just finished 13.
Huh?
We finished verse 13.
Skip down to verse 21. Now they was in the borders of the Amorites. Verse 21. Go ahead.
And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites.
Go ahead.
Saying, let me pass through thy land. We will not turn turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, but we will go along by the king's highway until we be past thy borders.
Now, these are the Amorites that the Lord mentioned when he said the Amorites still have some iniquity fulfilled. So now they come, and Moses them sent a messenger to the Amorites. Let us pass by your borders. We got a highway they called, and we ain't going to get off the highway. We ain't going to drink your water. We ain't going to do nothing.
That's right.
We just going to pass through. That's all we asking. What happened? Go ahead.
And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through his border.
Go ahead.
But Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel in the wilderness.
Go ahead.
And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword and possessed his land from Arnon unto Jabbok, even unto the children of Ammon. For the border of the children of Ammon was strong.
Now look, so they come out against Israel, and Israel smote them. Go ahead and read.
And Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorite, and Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof.
Now they knocked out, and they took all the villages in the city. Skip down to verse 31. Verse 31 and go ahead.
Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorite.
Go ahead.
And Moses sent to spy out Jazer. And they took the villages thereof and drove out the Amorites that were there.
Go ahead.
And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, at the battle of Edrei.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him unto thy hand, and all his people, and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon.
Go ahead.
So they smote him, and his sons, and all his people, until there was none left him alive, and they possessed his land.
So that's possessed both of the great kings and their cities. Israel knocked them both off and possessed their land. That was after they had been wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years. So why did the Lord say the Amorites have some more time than iniquity to fulfill? Because he's saying, I'm going to give you their land. That's going to be the first among the sons of Canaan. Now let's go into Amos, the 2nd chapter. Amos, the 2nd chapter. So all you have to do is carefully read this book, and it'll tell you. You don't have to be running around creating folklores. Amos chapter 2. And we're going to start reading at verse 6. Amos 2 and 6. Amos 2 and 6. Okay, go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver and the poor for a pair of shoes.
So we put it guilty too, ain't we? Let's skip down to verse 9 and go ahead.
Yet destroyed I the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks. Yet I destroyed his fruit from above and his roots from beneath.
Go ahead.
Also I brought you up from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years through the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorite.
That tells it all right there, don't it?
Right.
I brought you up out of Egypt and led you 40 years in the wilderness to possess the land of the Amorites. That was the 4th generation that did that, because that was the beginning of the taking of the land of the Amorites, sisters and brothers. The very beginning of it. And we're going to go in a new book, and Stephen's the one that got stoned to death. He ran this whole thing down. Let's go into Acts, the 2nd chapter. Acts, the 2nd chapter. I mean, everything we read tell us that time was talking about the time that they spent in Egypt. Got nothing to do with America. Acts chapter 7. And we're going to start reading at verse 2. This is when they got Stephen, and they couldn't handle him in the book, so they took him before the elders. And the elders, and Stephen showed these elders that he knew what he was talking about. Because you had Hebrews kicking against the original Christian in the beginning. And nothing has changed even to this day. Verse 2, go ahead, and Stephen started to explain. Go ahead.
And he said, men, brethren, and fathers, hearken. The God of glory appeared unto our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia, before he dwelt in Charan.
Go ahead.
And he said unto him, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred, and come into the land which I shall show thee.
Go ahead.
Then came he out of the land of the Chaldeans and dwelt in Charan, and from thence, when his father was dead, he removed him into this land wherein ye now dwell. And he gave him none inheritance in it, no, not so much as to set his foot on.
Go ahead.
Yet he promised that he would give it to him for a possession and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no child.
Now that's the promise he made to Abraham. I'm going to give you this seed. He didn't have one child, but he said, I'm going to give you this. What verse?
We're at verse 6.
Go ahead and read.
And God spake on this wise, that his seed shall sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage and entreat them evil 400 years.
That 400 years again. But what land was that he brought them into? That they did this to him. Go ahead and read.
And the nation to whom they shall be in bondage will I judge, said God.
Go ahead.
And after that shall they come forth and serve me in this place.
So once he get through with judging them, they're going to come forth for that nation, and they're going to serve the Lord in the land of Egypt. Go ahead and read.
In Israel. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begot Isaac, and circumcised him the 8th day, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs.
Go ahead.
And the patriarchs moved with envy, sold Joseph into Egypt, but God was with him.
Go ahead.
And delivered him out of all his afflictions, and gave him favor and wisdom in the sight of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he made him governor over Egypt and all his house.
So now, Joseph, his brother sold him into Egypt, and he ended up being the governor of all the Egypt sisters and brothers. Now skip down to verse 14. Verse 14, and go ahead.
Then sent Joseph and called his father Jacob to him, and all his kindred, 75 souls.
And he sent and brought them down into Egypt. Go ahead and read.
So Jacob went down into Egypt and died, he and our fathers.
Go ahead.
And were carried over unto Sychem, and laid in the sepulchre that Abraham bought for a sum of money of the sons of Immer, the father of Sychem.
Go ahead.
But when the time of the promise drew nigh.
When the time of the promise drew nigh, what promise?
The promise he gave Abraham.
The promise that God made in Abraham, didn't he? So you're going to serve a nation, and they're going to evil treat you, and you're going to be there for 400, even though it's 430 years, then you're going to come back to this country. So that's the promise he made. They were going to go into slavery, going to be evil treated. 400 years. And they was down there for 430. And when they came, they did another 40 years in the wilderness. Then they went and knocked off the Amorites. And that's when they got started. That was the first entrance into the land. What verse was that?
We have verse 17.
Go ahead.
But when the time of the promise drew nigh, which God had sworn to Abraham, the people grew and multiplied in Egypt.
So the people grew and they multiplied in Egypt. Go ahead and read.
Till another king arose, which knew not Joseph. The same dealt subtly with our kindred, and evil entreated our fathers, so that they cast out their young children to the end they might not live.
That's the evil entreated our father. Even tried to kill all the males and cut off the nation. But go ahead and read.
And which time Moses was born, and was exceeding fair, and nourished up in his father's house 3 months. And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up and nourished him for her own son.
That lets you know that who we look like, don't we? Yep. Because Moses trying to kill all the male babies in Israel.
Pharaoh.
I mean, so Pharaoh is trying to kill all the male babies in Israel. Now his daughters show up with one of them and say, this is my baby. She looking like me, and the baby looking like the one they call Jews nowadays. He was a girl, where you get that baby from?
Right.
By no stretch of the imagination could this be your baby.
That's right.
But she showed up. What verse is that, 21?
Yep.
Skip down to verse 35 and go ahead.
This Moses, whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge?
Now, you know, Moses caught an Egyptian beating, an Hebrew Israelite, and he killed the Egyptian. He looked around and thought nobody saw him, and he killed the Egyptian, and he hid him in the sand. When he came back again to visit his people, he saw an Israelite beating on an Israelite. So he told them, brothers, why don't y'all stop doing that? And the one that was whipping the other, I guess he thrust him away and said, who made you a ruler and a judge over us? You going to kill me like you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses took off. He ran. You know why? Because anytime we know something, it's just like putting it on the front page. He knew that they were going to tell Pharaoh, because we can't keep no secrets. Back to the top of that verse. Go ahead.
This Moses, whom they refused, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge? The same did God send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel which appeared to him in the bush.
Now, the same one that he said who made you a ruler, that's the one he used with an angel helping him to deliver them. Go ahead and read.
He brought them out. After that, he had showed wonders and signs in the land of Egypt and in the Red Sea and in the wilderness 40 years.
Now, he took them out, and he counted the 40 years that was in the wilderness too, sisters and brothers. He counted all of it. Now, so the 400 years ended when Israel came out of Egypt. Can you see that? That's the 400 years he was talking about. So now, this captivity that we're in was also prophesied to us while we was in the wilderness. Now, this is the captivity that we're in now. Let's go on the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. Because when he brought Israel out of Egypt and took them back to the land, I mean, all of them went to the land. They went back to the land. He said, I'm going to give them this land. So they went to the land that God gave them.
That's right.
It was after 470 years. And the fourth generation, God was talking to Abraham, so that means it was fourth generation from Abraham, not from the day that they went into slavery. Because it was, still they would have been way over. Because we're talking 470 years in all. So Deuteronomy 28, and we're going to read about this captivity that we are in now and see if we are in captivity to one nation like we was in the days of Egypt. Deuteronomy 28:1. Go ahead and read.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now the Lord gave us some great, he gave us a sweet deal here. So if you obey my voice and keep my commandments, I'm going to set you on high above all the nations of the earth. Boy, I can't even wrap my mind around that. You ain't above nobody. Everybody come in, even from other countries, go right over us. Go ahead and read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Go ahead.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of thy ground.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of thy cattle.
Go ahead.
The increase of thy kind. And the flocks of thy sheep.
So everything about you going to be blessed. Your children going to be blessed. Your livestock going to be blessed. Whatever you put your hand to, he was going to bless it. Skip down to verse 12 and go ahead.
The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. So
he going to make you the financiers of the whole earth. You going to own the banks. They're going to come to you for a loan, and you ain't going to have to borrow from nobody. Does that sound like us? No. I loaned Antoine $10. I got to have that back. I got to make an adjustment for my groceries.
Right.
What verse?
13.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt be above only.
Boy, that's a big statement. Thou shalt be above only. So whatever went down on this earth, it had to come by us. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt not be beneath.
Go ahead.
And if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them.
That's if you keep God's commandments and walk in his ways. Now skip down to verse 15. Verse 15. And the other two going to drop now. Verse 15, go ahead.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
And all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
They're going to come upon you and overtake you. You ain't going to be able to run away from them. Go ahead and read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
He reversed this whole thing. What verse is that?
We just finished 17. We got to skip.
Now skip now to verse 25 and continue.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
Now, you're going to be cursed in the city. You're going to be cursed in the field. Your children are going to be cursed. Everything. He reversed it. Then you're going to go out against your enemy one way. And what's going to happen? Go ahead.
And flee 7 ways before them.
And you're going to flee 7 ways before them. Go ahead and read.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
And shall be removed into one kingdom.
All kingdoms.
All the kingdoms of the earth. No matter where it is, you have an Israelite there that was a slave at one time. Skip down to verse 28. Verse 28, and go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
You're always mad about something, and because you don't see. I ain't talking about physical blindness. You're mad for what you see. Mad for having to, everybody can do something, but you can't. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in the darkness.
Now, you know what grope means? You don't know what to do. You do good, it don't matter. Do bad, it don't matter. Work hard, you just can't get ahead. So you're groping, trying to find out what to do. Grope means you're blind. You can't find your way, just like he is in the dark. You're wondering what to do. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
And ain't nobody going to step in for you. Go ahead and read. And you know, like all these people got reparations. Did we get any reparations?
No.
Not a dime. Brother told me, well, you know, we're going to get our reparation. I said, when pigs fly. Go ahead and read.
Thou shalt betroth the wife, and another man shall lie with her.
You going to have a wife? Master going to lay with her. Yep. Go ahead and read.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
You're going to build a house for other people, but not you. Go ahead.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
That's when you get in. This is the other part of our slavery, and that's not here. That's in a whole lot of places, all over the world. What verse?
We just finished verse 30.
Verse 30?
Skip to 40.
Okay. Well, skip down to verse 41. Verse 41, and go ahead.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Go ahead.
For they shall go into captivity.
I don't know if anybody ever watched that old movie that used to have Roots. You know, and they had a guy named as Kunta Kinte named his daughter Kizzy. That means stay put. But what happened is they took his daughter and sold her. And all he could do was look. for there was no might in his hand to stop it. That was prophesied. It had to happen, sisters and brothers. Skip down to verse 43 and go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Now see, when Israel left Egypt, it was a mixed multitude. Whole lot of strangers. But they going to come up high and you going to come down low. It's just like in your communities. Who fixes your cars? Who sells you your cars? Who finances your home? Who repairs your home? Who do your plumbing when it go down? All your merchants look like somebody else. And you go into other communities, and the merchants look like them. You know, I look at all the Arab stores and stuff in our communities that we go in. I used to be a city inspector. And I remember us inspected some people, this grocery store in a white neighborhood, and the Arab owned it. He didn't have one customer. I asked him, say, where's your customer? You know what he told me? They won't patronize me. Because he was in another neighborhood, not yours. I had another Arabian gentleman told me one time that, he tried to buy a grocery store from a brother. Brother ain't going to sell him. He told him, I will open up a store across you and put you out of business. Don't you know it did? And it was a black neighborhood. When I went back to inspect, I looked. Brother had maybe a can or two sitting in. What happened? Hey, that Arab gentleman opened up a great store, and we went, and the people, my customers, stopped doing me and started going with him. That is a fact. I lived that. Y'all understand? So that stranger that's among you going to come up very high, and you're going to come down very low. What verse?
Verse 44.
Go ahead.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Who you lending to? Where do you get your loans from?
Right.
Go ahead and read.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
What are you head of?
Nothing.
I'm just putting your pedigree on the table, sisters and brothers. You understand? You can say what you want, but facts speak for themselves. Go ahead and read.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Go ahead.
And shall pursue thee.
Go ahead.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Is they going to come up on you? You ain't going to be able to get away from them. You're going to move out in the suburbs to get away from the ghetto. The one you trying to run away from is your son. He's sitting in your living room looking at your TV. Ain't no escape. Go ahead and read.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Remember, pay attention to what he said here. For a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Sign is to identify. When you see these things happen to a people, that's Israel. Skip down. The verse 63. Verse 63. And let's pay some attention to what we're finna read here. Verse 63. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And you shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Now, see, the Lord is doing this to us. That's why I'm not mad at anybody. Because we didn't have to have this happen to us. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
How many people?
All
that
people.
means you're on every place on earth,
That's
isn't
right.
it? Go ahead and read.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Go ahead.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And we're doing this. We don't know nothing about the God of Christmas. We don't know nothing about the God of Easter. We don't know nothing about a God that say he's going to take you to heaven. We don't know nothing about a God that said the first day of the week is a Christian Sabbath day. We're serving other gods. There was wood and stones in the beginning, but now they don't do the wood and stone. They just practice the false religion. Go ahead and read.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Go ahead.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
Go ahead.
And failing of eyes.
Go ahead.
And sorrow of mind.
And we're going to be scared of everything. We got so many locks on our doors that if it get caught on your house, get caught on fire, by the time you navigate them locks to get out, you get burnt up. We scared of everything. Police stop us, we scared. And you ain't scared for nothing. What verse?
We're at 66.
Go ahead.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
And you should, you can get, there's somebody kill you at the drop of a coin, even your children now. Go ahead and read.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
You can get killed any time. It's getting killed to us is almost a common thing. Even these days, sisters and brothers, let alone in the days of slavery. Go ahead and read.
Skip to 68.
Let's skip down to verse 6 to 8, because he said it's going to be a sign and a wonder. Read verse 6 to 8. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
See, Egypt to us is a house of bondage. He's going to take us all over the world. So this is not talking about Egypt, the nation. I'm going to bring you to the house of bondage by ship, because we didn't have to use those ships to go from Jerusalem to Egypt. Because the land is connected. The only reason the Lord brought us through the Red Sea, because if we stayed on the land, we'd have got in trouble in a fight with the Philistines. And the Lord said, we're going to turn around and go back to Egypt. So we're talking about ships. And once you come in the ships, what's going to happen to you? Start at the top of that verse and read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So how did you get to this country? In the hulls of ships, didn't we? And once they got you here, what did they do to you?
Slave soldiers.
Who else in this hemisphere can make this claim but us? Nobody else. None whatsoever. Because the Lord said, so this is going to be a sign. What does a sign do? It identifies. Brother, tell me, how do you know you're Israelite? I check my ancestry. And when I do, I find out that I come over here on the ship. My ancestors were sold male and female. The name I carry is not my name. It is the name of my master. A sign, sisters and brothers. This captivity started after we had been out in Israel, after we had been out of Egypt, after we had become a nation, after we had ruled for a lot of time. We had kings. We had Saul. We had David. We had Solomon. And a whole lot of kings, sisters and brothers, a whole lot before we got here. The last king that Israel ever had was Zedekiah.
That's right.
And we're going to show you who knocked them off. So now, this is the captivity that we are in now, that the Lord announced that was going to come upon us if we didn't obey his voice. Let's see if we did it. Let's go in the 9th chapter of Daniel. We don't have to go here, but I'm going to read it anyway. You up in the water, you done jumped into a lake full of piranhas. Somebody say, I'm going to read where you're going to jump in the lake piranha. You don't have to read that. These piranhas are nibbling on me. So what you talking about? I'm in the middle of the evidence. Daniel's 9, and we're going to read verse 8, then we're going to skip. I'm just showing you this is the captivity that we're in. I shouldn't even have to go this, but I have to go here to show to these people that, look, this is not that 400 years that the Lord told Abraham about. This is a new captivity altogether. Verse 8. 9 and verse 8. Go ahead and read it.
O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee.
Because we have sinned against you. Skip down to verse 11 and read it.
Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
How many?
All Israel.
Go ahead.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Go ahead.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Oh, so these curses that so we know it's been poured upon us, don't we?
Yes.
Go ahead and read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
So the Lord told us in the law of Moses what's going to happen to us in the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. We didn't believe it, and everything's happened. I mean, everything, even down to us being a majority in jail.
That's right.
Don't you know that was written too? Different captivity all together, sisters and brothers. This captivity that we're in started with the Assyrians. When they knocked off the 9 tribes of Israel, because Israel, the nation, split after Solomon sinned. 10 went with the northern kingdom, and 2, Judah and Benjamin, was in the southern kingdom. But then Jeroboam, which took over after Solomon died, he got scared that if the people went to Jerusalem to keep the high day, their heart would turn back to Jerusalem, then they would come back and kill him. So what he did was, he made his own gods, and he fired the Levites and made anybody priest. So the Levites went back to Jerusalem. That's why it's 3 tribes now. But the Assyrians took out 9 tribes in 721 BC. Let's look at this taken out. Let's go into Second King.
Verse 12.
What'd you say?
Verse 12.
Oh, did I read it? Read verse 12. What does verse 12 say? Go ahead.
And he had confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
I'm glad you read that. And he hath confirmed his word, which he's told us by Moses.
That's right.
So under the whole heavens have not been done what have been done to us. Think about it. All of these, even the islands here, that's over here, sisters and brothers, all of them had slave trade. And ain't nobody left out. So now, we're going to show you when this captivity started. 2 Kings, the 17th chapter. 2 Kings, chapter 17. See, nobody bothers to look at this. They just want to run around. See, this 400 years is almost over. Partner, I'm going to show you, this 400 years has been over a long time. But they never took into account that the slavery started by the Assyrians. Because don't nobody read. 2 Kings 17, and we're going to start at verse 1. Go ahead and read it.
In the 12th year of Ahaz, king of Judah, behold, began Hoshea, the son of Elah, to reign in Samaria over Israel 9 years.
Go ahead.
And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, but not as the kings of Israel that were before him.
See, these last rulers we had, all of them did evil. And the Lord had an issue with them. Go ahead and read.
Against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hoshea became his servant and gave him presents.
Go ahead.
And of the king of Assyria found conspiracy in Hoshea, for he had sent messengers to So, king of Egypt, and brought no present to the king of Assyria,
Go ahead.
as he had done year by year. Therefore the king of Assyria shut him up and bound him in prison.
Now, he had an agreement with the king of Assyria, but you know, the king of Hosea, he gonna turn around and call the Egyptians in to break the king of Assyria. He told the Syrians, they ain't going to give you nothing. So Shalmaneser come up on him, and he bound him. Go ahead and read.
Then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years.
Go ahead.
And in the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria and placed them in Halah and in Habor by the river of Gozan and in the cities of the Medes.
Go ahead.
For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and had feared other gods.
Now, so the Assyrians came up, and they took all of Israel back out, sisters and brothers. Now, skip down to verse 18. Verse 18 and go ahead.
Therefore, the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
So now, all the northern kingdom was gone. And the only time was left is the tribe of Judah. It was tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But Judah is the leading. That's why he got the name Jew. Paul was called a Jew, but Paul told you he was a Benjamite.
That's right.
John the Baptist was a Levite. And Peter and the rest of the apostles were Jews because they come out of the tribe of Judah. Verse 18. Did I tell you that? You started yet?
No, we read 18.
Okay. Skip down to verse 23. So now Israel was taken all out of the land. There was none left but the southern kingdom. Verse 23. Read it.
Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets.
Go ahead.
So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day.
That means that they had not returned even to this day. Now let's go and read about this great carrying away. Let's go into World Scope Encyclopedia, volume 10. World Scope Encyclopedia, volume 10. Put it on the board and read it.
Samaria, Shalmaneser.
Now, look. Now, you know, this Shalmaneser, ain't that the guy that we read in the Bible?
That's right.
They got his name. Go ahead and read.
When Samaria became the seat of government, it was unsuccessfully besieged by the Assyrians in 872 BC.
Go ahead.
But Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, captured it in 721 BC after a siege of 3 years.
So now, in 721 BC, the Assyrians took Samaria out. That's the 9 tribes, the northern kingdom, and they have not been returned to this day. Now let's go and see who took out Judah then. Let's go to World Scope Encyclopedia, volume 2. Put it up and let's read it.
Nebuchadnezzar. In 722, Assyrian sovereignty was thrown off under the leadership of Baladan II. But 12 years later, Babylonia was again conquered. When the northern neighbor declined, Babylonia regained its power and rose to a height never before attained. Nebuchadnezzar was its greatest king. He reigned from 604 to 561 BC, reconquered lost provinces, rebuilt canals, erected palaces and temples, constructed great aqueducts and lighthouses, and made Babylon, the capital, once more the greatest city of the nations.
So this is a guy that knocked off Judah. Go ahead.
He conquered Jerusalem, carried the king and a large portion of his subjects into captivity, and later destroyed the Jewish capital. To gratify his Median wife and remind her of her mountain home, he built great towers, the hanging gardens, and beautiful parks, and ornamented them with rare trees, grass and foliage, and flowers. After the death of this mighty king, the empire survived but 24 years, when Nabonidus and Belshazzar were conquered by Cyrus the Great, king of Persia, in 538.
So now, Nebuchadnezzar took all of us out, all of the southern tribe. That is us, sisters and brothers. That's why people tell you, are you a Jew? I said, no, I'm an Israelite. Well, what are you? I said, I could be a Jew. I could be a Levite. I could be a Benjamite. Depends on which one of the three tribes that it is. Another lesson, we can show you that these three tribes has been together all the time. Then let's go and look and see what the Lord said about Assyria and Babylon. Let's go into Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Jeremiah chapter 50. And we're going to start at verse 6. 50 and verse 6. Okay, go ahead.
My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Because you don't even know that you come from Israel. You know, and then when they had the big wall between Edom and Ishmael, in other words, the Arabs and the people that called themselves Jews, we took sides. Go ahead and read.
All that found them have devoured them.
Go ahead.
And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
See, didn't nobody care for us. All that found us devoured us. No matter what nation you was in. No matter what people you was among, you was always the kicking bag. Skip down to verse 17 and read it.
Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria had devoured him.
Go ahead.
And last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones.
Think about what you just read here. The Syrians took us out. That was 700 BC. 600 and something, the Babylonians took out the southern nation, which was Judah. And we've been enslaved to one people or another from that day to this. In fact, we have been enslaved more than we have been a free nation. We have gone from slave owner to slave owner, sisters and brothers, and from master to master. And I'm going to show you some of these dates that we was enslaved by certain people in the AD. We're going to go into 2 million years. And we're going to page 87. And we're going to read a little bit about some slavery. 2 million years, page 87. Put it up. Read it.
Faith survives the dispersion. The crucifixion of Jesus about AD 30 did not end Jewish resistance to the Roman occupation. In 70, when the country was again in a state of revolt, Jerusalem, the holy city, became the core of the resistance to the Romans. Titus, the son of Emperor Vespasian, proceeded to lay siege to Jerusalem. The city fell, and the inhabitants were enslaved in their thousands and dispersed throughout the Mediterranean world.
See, now these are the people here that went back in the days of Ezra and Nehemiah. See, when Cyrus, the Persian, let them go back to build the city and the temple, because it had to be, because Jesus had to come. But after that, Jesus came and died, and 40 years later, after Jesus' death, the Romans, under the hand of the Roman general, took us and scattered us into all of the Mediterranean. You know what the Mediterranean covers? It covers Africa and it covers Europe. That is recorded history, sisters and brothers. And that's also going to, let's look at another one. Let's go into World Scope Encyclopedia. Verse 8, volume 8, page 1503, 1528. Okay, put it up. Read it.
Slave trading business. Slavery, which the Negroes had long practiced among themselves.
It didn't say French, did it? It didn't say Africans, did it? Didn't say Chinese, did it?
Negroes.
Negroes. I wonder who was called Negroes. Whoever that is, that's who it's talking about. Go ahead and read.
Slavery, which the Negroes had long practiced among themselves, was the bridge which carried them from Africa to the Americas and to a far lesser extent to Europe and Asia. Slavery still exists in many of the primitive societies in Africa, where a sufficient degree of economic specialization makes possible the erection of a class structure.
And we still have slavery going on, sisters and brothers. Some places in Africa and some places in Arabia. We didn't know that. But I know about it. Now let's look at another place. Let's go, what's that, this world scope? Volume 8?
We're still in volume 8.
Okay, still volume 8.
Yep.
And what's this, 15? Okay, read it. Put it up.
Black slaves made their appearance at Rome and the courts of Mohammedan countries. The discovery and exploration of the Guinean coast by the Portuguese opened up the great source of the African slave trade.
Go ahead.
And in 1503, Negroes were brought to the West Indies to replace the native Carib Indians as laborers on the plantations.
Now, we was brought there, but keep reading.
Go to the next one.
Put the next slide up. And what's it say here?
The slave trading business. As early as 1528, Negroes accompanied Narvaez's expedition to Florida and were the first Africans to arrive in what is now the United States.
Oh, so now, this was the first, right here, when they brought us to Florida. And that was in 1528. From 1528 to 2026, how many years is that?
498.
We ain't supposed to be here. We 90 years in the rain. We're supposed to be in our land. What happened? Because that 400 years was not talking about America, right, sisters and brothers. That's what's happened. It was talking about Egypt. And we were scattered into all nations because everybody conspired against us. That's right. Brother Boone, why did everybody conspire against us? Because we sinned against our God. He told us that. Let's go into Psalms, the 83rd chapter of Psalm. Psalm chapter 83. Psalm chapter 83. See, we ain't fooling around. We're doing this book, sisters and brothers. Brother told me today that you got the Moody Bible Institute playing our lessons. Somebody's getting smart. And they ain't going to play no junk. Psalms 83. And we're going to start at verse 1. Psalms 83 and verse 1. Okay, go ahead.
Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one.
You are his people, and you are the hidden one. You didn't even know who you were, did you? Until you run into this teaching. So they've all taken counsel against us and consulted against your hidden ones. Go ahead and read.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance.
That's right.
Do you hear Israel, anybody? All you hear is Jew, 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 don't
right.
you? Jew come from the word Judah. That is one tribe. What about the other 9 tribes?
11.
The other 11 tribes. And by the way, they are not in this hemisphere.
That's right.
You got Hebrews running around in this hemisphere, and they're named the 12 tribes. Ain't but 3 tribes in this hemisphere.
Right.
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Right.
Because they was taken over by the Gentiles. And the Syrians was Hamites. I was telling a brother that he wanted, no, how you mean Hamites? They are Ethiopians. They went forth and they set up Nineveh. Hamites. Black folks look just like you. In fact, you have been enslaved to black folks more than you have white.
That's right.
And I can show you, you stick around in black history, and they treated you worse than the white. If I had to pick me a slave master, I would pick the white every time. Because Ham been real bad on us, sisters and brothers. What verse are we?
We have verse 5.
Go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom.
That's the one that's called himself a Jew. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
That's the one that called himself Arabs. Ain't that something?
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
Of Moab.
Uh-huh.
And the Hagarim.
Go ahead.
Gebal and Ammon and Amalek.
Go
the
ahead.
Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre.
Go ahead.
Asher also is joined with them.
Uh-huh.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Uh-huh. Now, so that lets you know all of them have conspired against you, sisters and brothers. Why? Because the Lord is the one that dropped this curse on us. And let's see what we call now. Let's go into Zechariah, the 11th chapter. Zechariah, the 11th chapter. And we're going to read one verse and we're going to skip. Zechariah, 11th chapter. Verse 1, read it.
Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars.
Now, we are the cedars of Lebanon, sisters and brothers. Skip down to verse 4 and go ahead.
Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Feed the flock of the slaughter. That's what we are called now, sisters and brothers. Because we, as a people, have been killed by more people on this planet than anybody else. He called us the flock of the slaughter. Go ahead and read.
Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors slay them.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they ain't guilty for killing you. Go ahead and read.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
They used to sell, make a good slave sale, and they go to church and thank God for it. Go ahead and read.
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not.
And our own preachers won't tell us the truth. Look at all them churches tomorrow. They ain't teaching the word of God. They are teaching Roman Christianity, sisters and brothers. Let's go into Ezekiel, the 34th chapter. Ezekiel chapter 34. And we're going to start reading at verse 2. Ezekiel chapter 34. And verse 2. Okay, go ahead.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds, woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
That's all our preachers doing now. They're all in the business for the money. They feed themselves. He said, shall not the shepherd feed the flock? Go ahead and read.
Ye eat the fat, and you clothe you with the wool. Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock.
Go ahead.
The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick. Neither have ye bound up that which was broken. Neither have ye brought again that which was driven away. Neither have ye sought them which was lost. But with force and with cruelty have ye ruled them.
And that's, and you haven't done nothing to bring God's people back to him. You don't teach the law. None of it. And you keep telling them that you're going to heaven and the Lord said, I want to bring you back to Israel. Go ahead and read.
And they were scattered because there is no shepherd.
That's why we got scattered. If we had had a shepherd, they would have told us right at the beginning, then we wouldn't be scattered. Right. Go ahead and read.
And they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered.
And the beasts, we ain't talking about animals chewing on us, sister and brother. We talking about people that are called beasts of the field. People. Those are the ones that's been dealing with us. Preachers come, and what you are a commodity. That's why I don't take no salary. Pray to the Lord. Don't let me have to live out of the ministry, because I don't want to be among them shepherds. What verse was that?
We just finished verse 5.
Go ahead.
My sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them.
Ain't nobody look for you. Ain't nobody try to find out about you. They hear me up in the New Testament so you can't find yourself in the Old Testament. Your preachers don't preach about you. Israel never come up. So we have gone from government to government, just like lost sheep, and ain't nobody bothered to seek us out. It's all that simple. Let's go into Joel, the 3rd chapter. Joel chapter 3. I'm just showing you, sisters and brothers, this is the captivity that we are in now. That 400 years ended when Israel come out of Egypt and went into the land. Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3, and we're going to start reading at verse 1, 3 and 1. Okay, go ahead.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
That's those days and that time when he's going to return us from this captivity. Go ahead and read.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Go ahead. You know, not one nation, didn't he?
All nations.
400 years, he said he's going to judge that nation,
That's
didn't
right.
he? But this time he's going to bring all nations and bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Why? Because we are scattered in the all nations. Go ahead and read.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
How come you have not been taught this in your churches?
That's right.
Because you have been taught by another people that have no interest in Israel or going back to the land. Go ahead and read.
And they have cast lots for my people.
They done bidded for my people. Go ahead and read.
And have given a boy for an harlot. And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Who else have this happened to in this hemisphere? Or any place else? It's happened all over, sisters and brothers. England. Arabia. You know, the Arabs had a real good business going on in selling eunuchs. See, because a eunuch ain't no threat. You got to worry about your wife messing with him. He ain't got much drive to break away. You know what a eunuch is? The one that they castrated, made eunuchs. We have had it hard, sisters and brothers. What verse are we?
We have verse 4.
Go ahead and read.
Yeah. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense?
Go ahead.
And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
In other words, you nations, y'all cannot repay me. Y'all got something coming. Go ahead and read.
Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Taking our riches is in your temples now. Go ahead.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Did we migrate here?
No, we did not.
We were brought here and we were sold. And so it was in Europe and everywhere else, sisters and brothers. I'm just letting you know, this is the captivity that we are in. We are not in the 400-year captivity, sisters and brothers. What verse was that?
We just finished verse 6.
Verse what?
Verse 6.
Go ahead and read.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
I'm going to repay you. I'm going to raise them up. Skip down and read verse 9 and go ahead.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
The Lord tell him, prepare war. Ain't that what everybody doing now? Getting rid of the social program, and everybody's stocking up on weapons. Skip down to verse 15 and go ahead.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
And the Lord going to tell you when this war going to start. That's at the coming of the Lord. The sun and moon going to be darkened. Go ahead and read.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
That ain't going to happen one time. Go ahead.
The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem.
That's heavenly Zion. He's in New Jerusalem right now in heaven.
That's right.
He's going to come up out of there, sisters and brothers. And utter his voice from Jerusalem. What verse?
We're in the middle of 16.
Go ahead.
And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
Go ahead.
So shall ye... That's the end of it.
That's the end of it? So shall be the strength of Israel. So where the Lord is going to come? He's going to come from heaven, Jerusalem. The Lord is going to come and deliver us, sisters and brothers, and nobody else. And he is not going to send an angel to deliver us. He's going to do it. Let's go into Matthew, the 24th chapter. Because it said the sun and the moon and the stars, something going to happen to them, right? Let's show you when this is going to happen. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24. And brothers running around talking about 400 years of captivity. You don't have a clue. When the Lord comes, you're going to go to the wilderness, and that's where you're going to die at, because he's going to purge you with that foolishness. You'll never get to see the land. I can read that to you, too. Matthew 24 and verse 27, because the Lord's going to roar out of Zion. That's heaven of Zion, coming from heaven. Verse 27, go ahead and read. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Now, he's telling you that because when they build that temple in Jerusalem, and the Pope move into it, they're going to say, well, Christ is back. He is in the temple. He said, don't believe him. You're going to see me just like you see the lightning. When the lightning in your ear, don't everybody see it?
That's right.
So shall the Son of Man be, and at what time? Skip down to verse 29. Verse 29, and go ahead. Immediately after the tribulation of those days. Immediately after the tribulation. What tribulation? The great tribulation of those days. Go ahead and read. Shall the sun be darkened. Go ahead. And the moon shall not give her light. Go ahead. And the stars shall fall from heaven. And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Now, it ain't going to happen in one time when the stars and moon go through all them changes. Then the sign of the coming of the Son of Man is going to happen. Read that verse again. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Go ahead. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Yes, sir, because he's going to whoop on them. Go ahead and read. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Go ahead. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. Now, the people that are talking about the 400 years, they ain't saying that Jesus got to return. Right. And gather us. And you done went to sleep. We're 98 years in the deficit. That's right. We shouldn't be here. Now, let's go into Deuteronomy 30th chapter. Because the Lord told us this is going to happen, even when he passed sinners, after he had passed sinners on us. Deuteronomy chapter 30. You got one more place after this. Deuteronomy 30. And we're going to start reading at verse 1. Because the Lord knew he was going to mess up. That's why he said after the tribulations of those days. Deuteronomy 30 and 1. Deuteronomy 30 and 1. Chapter 30, and we're going to start at verse 1. Read it. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, go ahead, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. Go ahead. And shall return
unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
So what you had to do, and you didn't, they got you scattered, you're going to have to do it when I bring you back.
That's right.
Because you're going to do the commandment that I command you this day. Go ahead and read.
Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
Go ahead.
That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
Go ahead.
And have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
So the Lord is going to have compassion, and he's going to return and gather you from all the nations whither he hath scattered you. Egypt ain't but one nation,
That's
is
right.
it? Go ahead and read.
If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven.
Let's talk about the earth too, sister and brother, because earth is the first heaven. There are three heavens. But then that's in another lesson. Go ahead and read.
From this will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee.
Go ahead.
And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Now, that's going to happen when Jesus returns. Most people don't even know that Jesus is going to come to this earth and set up a kingdom and rule it for 1,000 years. Why? Because you have been taught by the Gentiles. And the Lord told you that the Gentiles do sacrifice to devils. That's why everything is so opposite, sisters and brothers. And let's go to the last place. That was the last of that, right?
That's right.
Let's go into Isaiah, the 11th chapter. I'm still trying to find out where we in one nation here. Isaiah chapter 11. Because I thought that old bad teaching died. I heard that 55 years ago. We're going to be in America for 400 years. You've been captive so long before you got to America. I mean, everybody done had a piece of you. Isaiah 11. Isaiah chapter 11. And we're going to start reading at verse 11. Isaiah 11 and verse 11. Isaiah 11 and verse 11. Okay, read it.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
Wait a minute. He's going to set his hand the second time? Mm-hmm. When was the first time?
Egypt.
When he brought us out of Egypt. Now, the second time is when? Go ahead.
To recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
That's from Assyria. That's a black nation. Go ahead and read.
And from Egypt.
Black nation.
And from Pathros.
Black nation.
And from Cush.
Black nation.
And from Elam.
Black nation.
And from Shinar.
Black nation.
And from Hamath.
That's Assyrian. Go ahead.
And from the islands of the sea.
And finally, he got around to us. From the islands of the sea. And you notice I didn't read nowhere where it says America. Because America is only one nation. And America is one among all the rest of the nations that have taken us in captivity. So that 400 years ended in Egypt, sisters and brothers. And if a brother can't see that, what did the Lord say about an infidel? Maybe that's what you're dealing with. Thank you for your time.
Verse 12.
Wait a minute. I got
Verse 12.
I got verse 12. Read it. Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nation. And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
That's America is not on the four corners of the earth, is it? See, the one, even going to set up an ensign. That means the Gentiles, Hamites, everybody going to bring you to Jerusalem. You know why? Because they're going to be looking for a blessing. You know how it is? You've been slapping a little old boy around in school. And then his brother show up. 6'4" muscles everywhere. All of a sudden, you're going to start petting it. That's where it's going to be when your big brother show up. Thank you for your time.